Introducing the all-new Corolla.
The Department of Defense plans on using nearly 1 million square miles of land and ocean space in the Marianas Islands as part of its proposed Mariana Islands Testing and Training Area, or MITT. Currently, they have the authorization to use about half that space, but their federal permits are expiring and thus they are in the renewal process. But along with this renewal, they've requested a significant expansion of the area. Before they can get federal regulatory permits and authorizations required under the Endangered Species Act and the Marine Mammal Protection Act, they must first complete their environmental impact statement. This involves releasing a draft EIS, which they did back in September, receiving comments, compiling and considering the comments, and then issuing a final EIS followed by a Record of Decision, or ROD. The ROD is expected sometime in early 2015. Once all of this is done, they can get the necessary permits to conduct testing and training in and around the Marianas. This is something that has sparked a movement that has spread virally across the internet, mostly through the use of social media. The movement is known as the Our Islands Are Sacred campaign that began with the protests in Agana, Guam on October 30th.
The Our Islands Are Sacred campaign was started in response to plans to basically heavily militarize the Mariana Islands and use them for training and testing exercises. Right now, the Navy is releasing its DEIS about their plans to do this, but also down the line, the Marines also are eyeing our islands to be used for marine training.
Leon Guerrero says the campaign was started as a way to educate the public about the 15 islands in the Marianas Archipelago, or chain. Although many of these islands are currently uninhabited, there is archaeological and historical evidence that they were once inhabited by the ancestors of the native Chamorro people.
One of the most sort of popular island currently that a lot of people are concerned about its use as a marine firing range is the island of Pagan, because Pagan as well is a place where Lati and Lusung have been found, meaning that there's evidence that our ancestors lived there, but it's also a very pristine and beautiful island. But all of our islands have different things to offer, different sacred things that have been protected for thousands and thousands of years by the Chamorro people.
This has resulted in an online campaign, with people sending in pictures of themselves holding signs in protest to military training in the Marianas, both current training and proposed training. Residents from throughout Guam have sent in pictures, but pictures are also beginning to pour in from places like Hawaii, California, Seattle, Louisiana, and even Okinawa, amongst other places. There's even a Save Pagan petition on Change.org that has already garnered over 5,000 signatures. Although much of the current focus is on Pagan, it must be noted that Pagan is not a part of this particular MITT EIS. Pagan will be handled separately, but it is a part of DoD's overall plans for training in the Marianas, and it will eventually fit into the MITT.
What we're seeing is we have legally different processes, different EISs that are being prepared, but they're all related. So Pagan and the use of the entire island of Pagan and displacing all the people from Pagan, that's part of the plans that DoD has. They haven't released an EIS for it, but it definitely would be part of the MERC or MITT after this is all done. So we're not at that stage yet where they've released an environmental impact statement, but it definitely is related. All the training in this region is related.
While the MITT, or MIT, is not necessarily a part of the Guam buildup and the relocation of Marines to Guam, Camacho says it is related.
Well, the Marines who come to Guam and who are already coming to Guam from Okinawa, they are training on Guam and on Tinian as part of the MIRC, the MERC. So, again, you're seeing MITT is this one thing that we're commenting on, but it's all connected. The Guam buildup and the Marines that are supposed to come here will be able to train because of the MITT and MIRC.
One of the concerns held by We Are Guahan that is directly related to the current MIT EIS is that they will have an area the size of the state of Washington to conduct air training exercises. Camacho is also concerned about the use of sonar.
Some of their training, they're allowed to do sonar, and sonar in particular has an impact on marine mammals. And according to their EIS, up to 59 whales and dolphins every year are going to suffer from permanent hearing loss because of these exercises. Every year, we're talking 59 whales and dolphins. So, the impacts over an extended period of time are going to be huge.